Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Nathan and today I'm here to bring you guys a video you never thought you wanted. Everyone is teaching you how to play all these characters in Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. And I get it, it's a new game. But today, I'm going to teach you how to counter all of these characters. So that way, you're not getting abused by them. So we're going to start off with Ruby Rose, who is from the Ruby franchise. And I picked her first because other than Jin, which I hate, I've been having a little bit of problems with her, so I decided I'm gonna pick up the character, learn the character, figure out her ins and outs, and teach you how to abuse all the problems that she doesn't have. She has like 2 or 3. So let's get started. Most of the time when you're fighting a Ruby, there are 2 normals she's gonna throw out in the neutral, which is gonna be 5B because it's a godlike B. It's really far, nice long range, it's really good. Outranges a lot of other moves, except for maybe Gordo or something, but those are the extremes. The other normal that Ruby will probably be using is her 2A. It's 3 hits, it's pretty far, it's really good, and she's definitely going to be throwing these out every now and then to hopefully catch you off guard, and it easily goes into her pressure. But 2A is actually stronger than what you may think. It actually leads to 2 really good frame traps. So from 2A, if you press a button and she hits 2C, she's gonna win. It's gonna get the counter hit. From there, she can follow up with her gun. She can call in an assist to get a bigger combo off. And it's overall bad news, so you gotta be careful of that, because it's definitely a frame trap possibility that will catch you off guard if you're not paying attention to it. Another frame trap that she has is she can cancel from her 2A straight into her, I'm actually gonna look up the proper name for it. She can cancel from 2A to her side pod shot, which is another frame trap that won't be as rewarding, but with the proper assist, she can definitely follow up with that and get another really good combo. Don't really think Ragnar is the most appropriate character to do it with, but you know, it's there, so be careful of that. So when you get hit by 2A, just pray that she doesn't do an overhead, and if she does, you can react fast enough. Definitely don't press buttons though, because you will get countered for that, and that can be pretty gosh darn bad, especially if you're in a corner like this, because that can lead into some pretty good damage that you don't want from a mistake. Another thing is that her aerials are extremely good, especially her jumping B, one of the best in the game, personally in my opinion. Very good, it can cross up. So how do you counter this? DP, it's honestly the best way to counter all of them. But she has a move, this one in particular, that can completely fake out a DP. So you gotta watch out for that. So I set up Hotspot to do a DP, so that way when I'm jumping at him from the air, he will get a counter hit on me. But if I'm playing Ruby and I want to bait out the DP, she can do this. Just like that. She can completely bait out the DP and leave you vulnerable. Now from here, she won't be able to tag you with anything except maybe her projectile, but assuming that someone who's better and practices more with Ruby Rose can do this, she could probably honestly just run in, if we're being perfectly honest with each other. Get a combo off like that if you're not paying attention or being careful. So honestly, the best way to deal with this is to just do your head invulnerable move, which for Hazama would just be 2B. It's the 2B. It's the oh my goodness. It's the safest move you can do. If she hits with a jumping Y or if she hits with a jumping B, you'll get hit for that. And if she baits you out for a DP, you'll still be safe and you won't have to worry about getting punished. So you're still it's not in favor for you, but it's definitely, of the 2 options, you definitely don't want to use DP, because this can and will probably happen quite a bit if they know what they're doing and they're trying to bait it out. Same thing applies for Gun Blast. She can easily bait you out if she just keeps going forward and you miss your DP. So yeah, be careful with that as well. Definitely want to just stick to your down B or whatever your character's anti-air is. Now I don't see a lot of Rubies doing this, but this is definitely a possibility of something that a Ruby can do when she's attacking you and during her combo decides to set up for a reset. So it'll typically go a little something like this, where she does this, she does this instead, and then from there you kind of have to play a bit of a guessing game. If you don't do a Yukemi at all, then she can attack you from the air, so you have to be careful of that. So whenever she does this, definitely don't ground or neutral attack, because that puts her in the best possible spot to set you up for a reset. If you attack forward, just be aware that she can counter you for that and set you up for an overhead or crouching mix-up. So one of the safest things you can probably do is back tech, but even then, there's a bit of a caveat to that as well. If you back tech, she's gonna see that coming and it will cross you up. So just be prepared to block backwards. She can't hit you with an overhead though, so the worst you can really worry about is a low, unless she does the universal overhead. Don't concede, which in that case, yeah. But it's a really good setup that she has, and I actually don't see very many Rubies using it. But this is just a heads up in case you see someone doing this, you have a way to defend against it, and you're not just kind of screwed wondering what to do. Let's talk about her B gunshot. Her B shot shoots 2 projectiles. It's got quite a bit of startup though, so it's not the safest thing to do from neutral. It's definitely punishable with like a character like Hazama, but he's doing something like this. You can punish it like that, but if you're not Hazama, and worst case scenario, you are Tager, I bet at this, I'll find a way real quick. And I think trying to figure out a way to counter everything with Tager is really, from my future video, is going to be the defining way, whether or not it's truly like a really counterable or not. Because Tager, you guys will know, it's the slowest moving with no air dash, no forward dash, back dash, but that's it. She is the least mobile character in this entire game. That works. So yes, even Tager can counter it in his own way. So very counterable. Just and the closer she is, the easier it is. Just don't be scared of it. Don't do one of those weird chicken blocks that I see a lot of people do, where they just chicken block it. Just jump over it. Maybe use the double jump if you have to. But even a Tager can counter it. Everyone can counter it. It's easy too. So don't be afraid of this move. I see so many players who are scared of me doing it, or so many Rubies who throw it out because they think they're invulnerable when they do it. But they're not. So take advantage of them for that. Don't let them get away with it. The A version, however, is definitely way more dangerous. It's very safe. It's not necessarily safe to do from up close, but I don't really think any Ruby's going to be doing anything like this unless they're like brand new and don't know anything better to do. Even then, for most characters, it's not far enough for anybody to really have a bit of a panic. I see a lot of Rubies doing this thing where they try to have put it at the end of their pressure. They will throw it down. As you can see, it doesn't connect. If the enemy Ruby is doing that, once again, quick little jump over into some attacks will definitely shut that down. Zama didn't attack there, but if he did, put him in a counter hit, full combo, stuff like that. The only time you should really respect it is when it's put in a block string properly, because then you are forced to block the upcoming bullets. There's nothing you can do, you can't jump over it. Nice timing there, but if I can get Hatama to attempt to jump, he'll still get tagged by him. So at that point, you have to block him. But other than that, don't let Rubies get away with doing this. Don't let him bully you. Well, you bully you. Don't let him, okay? Very punishable. And, don't let him get away with it. Even for full screen, it's still very punishable. Don't think just because you're full screen you gotta, cower in fear. Very punishable. Don't let them do it to you. Let's talk about this move real quick. If you see a Ruby Rose doing this a lot, trying to be all fancy and cross you up, don't let them. Just start mashing A. There's really nothing that the Ruby can do. There's too much ending lag. As you see there, even if I don't do the A follow-up, I still got hit there. Here, let's try again. They can maybe like back away, but yeah. It's really risky. They shouldn't be doing that. If they are, definitely don't let them get away with it. Be careful though. Don't attack too late. If you do, you'll be looking the wrong way, and you'll end up missing and need a full combo for that. So definitely be careful. Her gunfire move is actually pretty safe. I wouldn't say try to do anything about it. This is pretty safe. Maybe if they let dash you back in a lot. If you just press a button as fast as you can, you'll get a counter hit on them. But, you know, definitely want to be careful with the 50-50 potential, though, that this move has. But this is another one of those. Definitely do not DP it. Just don't DP it. Just use your anti-air. Because if you DP and she dashes away, that's a free combo for her. I think we addressed this earlier in the video, but just in case, I think we were doing it with the C version. But even then, with the A version, with the B version, if they jump up in the air and you think you can DP them, be careful because they can totally bait you out. It's much safer to just anti-air. Clash, as tempting as it is, don't press buttons. Yes, if she does, she will get hit. But also, if she DPs, you'll get hit. So, be careful. It's not like Ragna here, where there's nothing they can do. No matter what, it's going to be a counter hit. Ruby and the Ruby characters, along with, I believe, the Persona characters, and a handful of others, special ones. They have this jumping Clash. Be careful. These are probably the most dangerous Clash, in my opinion, because they may have a slower startup, and they may not be able to link naturally in the combos, but if they throw them out wildly, there's very little you can do against it. You kind of got to respect it, unlike Blazblue characters or UNL characters. Okay, so now we're going to talk about bursting. Now, one of the safest times to burst when fighting Ruby is when she's doing her buzzsaw here. It's at the end of her combo, typically, if she's doing her bread and butter. She can't defend against it. She's vulnerable to get hit. And the only bad thing about it is it's toward the end of a combo, unless she has an assist, in which she'll probably extend it. For example, Ragna, which in that case is good because you're cutting off what could have potentially been half of her combo. But you know, it's still a lot of damage that you're going to be taking. But I don't really think there's a better spot to do it because it's honestly the safest spot. If you try to do it earlier, like with any other character, they can completely bait it out. So, Ruby doesn't have very many things she's doing here that is really burstable. If you're wondering, here's something. If the opponent, Ruby, likes to do those resets or setups where she ends her combo off with a gun burst, it's actually a great time to burst because during that, there's not really anything she can do. She's going to get hit by the burst. She doesn't back up far enough to avoid getting hit by it. That and the really good tracking of what happens when you burst, it'll definitely catch her. When blocking against Ruby, one of the things you have to be careful about, especially when crouch blocking, is her jumping C. It's really good. It's really fast. It's faster than her universal overhead. I don't know what the exact frame data is, but it comes out fast. It's really good. One thing about her jumping C that you really want to be careful about is that it lands you pretty close to the ground, so she could definitely follow up with combos if you get tagged by this. So one of those things you have to be careful with fighting Ruby. Comes out faster than her C. Once again, got another frame data. Now the super scary thing about Ruby's jumping crouch is that it combos anywhere on the screen. It can be mid-screen and it'll still combo. So you really have to be careful about this. It's a really low to the ground overhead that is capable of doing quite a bit of damage. So yeah, be cautious of that. That's one of the things that makes Ruby pretty scary, because you never know if she's gonna run up and do some 2As or if she's gonna do jumping C. It's just something you're gonna have to play your opponent, see which one they do more. So far online, I haven't seen a lot of people doing jumping Cs, but that may be because they're just not, they probably don't know about it, or you know, the game is still young at the time of recording this. So let's talk about reject guard. Reject guarding against Ruby Rose is something you have to worry about. Definitely one of reject guards crouching 2As, especially if she's planning to do those follow-ups or those frame traps we talked about. The 2C is going to get pushed back. If she presses multiple 2As, then she will end up putting in a late 2C, and if you have something fast enough, you can maybe tag her for some quick damage. She tries to use a gun. You can punish it because it's going to be from full screen. So once again, like I talked about earlier, those full screen guns are definitely punishable. So when it comes to reject guarding, the auto combo, it can be extremely good if you time it right. It's very timing specific. If you don't do it right, you will still get hit. So with her auto combo, she does a bit of a dash to burst through. And the unique thing about this is if you time it right, typically toward the end of the third strike, at the very beginning of the fourth strike, if you reject guard right then, she'll do this. She'll do her little dash forward, but she'll end up right in front of you, not dashing through you, and also not getting close enough to hit you. So you can punish her for doing the auto combo, but you have to be careful, because if you do it too soon, she won't even get her dash out. If you do it too late, I don't know, the timing's weird, man. Sometimes it'll work perfectly just like that, and other times when I try it, like, that's ideally the perfect time to do it, right there. That is the perfect time, because that dashes her right in front of you. You see how close we are. Can easily get some damage off. That's right at the start of her ending frames. So right as the fourth hit happens, you want to reject guard. That is ideally the perfect spot auto combo. But yeah, like I said, yeah, like Justin. See, I wasn't paying attention to the timing. But typically, if she does auto combos a lot, if the enemy does, perfect. Reject guard that, you can get a great punish for that. Every other reject guard is kind of like any other character, you know, they push them back. There's really nothing else you can really abuse as far as like reject guarding at a specific time to get him in an advantageous spot like this is. So yeah, because why not, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle Ruby's assists as well, because I mean, might as well leave no rock unturned at this point. Let's start off with Ruby's neutral assist. During the dash, she can't get hit. It'll trade, but she can't get hit. Sometimes Suzamu will hit too slow. If you wait toward the end of her dash, you don't want to, if you're not block stunned by it, because the dash can totally miss. If the dash misses, then that's like a free hit right there towards her ending lag, because it's the same dash as her auto combo. And as we talked about earlier with the push block, you can punish those ending frames. So if the enemy misspaces it and kind of throws them out, doesn't really follow up, you can punish them, hit them, do a mini combo. Typically, however, you know, they'll run in with them unless they're using them as like a retreat. If they're like throwing them out and retreating, then that's a really good way to punish it. This is a really bad assist that the enemy shouldn't be using if they're trying to run away and back away from you, because it's very easy to punish Ruby. You can punish it even after you block. So if your opponent throws out assists when backing up or walking away to gain some distance and throw something to keep you like blocking, definitely take advantage of that. Don't let him pull that stunt, because you can totally get her for that. To punish him. Next up is Ruby's gunshot. There's really nothing you can do against it. It's just a solid assist. It's a good projectile range assist. It's not really a time to punish it. You can punish it. You can definitely punish it. Because with Ruby, the whole sword's scythe swinging bit you can punish. So all of that, the whole big twirl motion, you can punish. But I don't really see anyone truly like looking to punish this. So if they throw this out willy-nilly, you know, you kind of just gotta take it. Next up we have Ruby's little uppercut assist, and you know, it's relatively good. It's you have to be careful of it. You can't really punish it unless you got a really fast projectile or something. Hazuma here, for example, he doesn't really have anything. Maybe with let me test some other characters. So with Jin here, yeah, he can't really throw out Ice Shard fast enough to punish Ruby. So yeah, there's really nothing you can do to punish against Ruby's uppercut slice assist. It's really good. So typically, if you want to punish reckless assists, just look out for the neutral assist. That one's the easiest to punish, and really the only one you're going to be punishing, if you're going to be punishing any at all. And really under the specific circumstances that they're trying to back away, and they just want to throw something out to keep you from chasing. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this little video on how to counter Ruby Rose. So if you're having any struggles playing against her, you can take these advice and really work on a strategy on fighting Ruby. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, be sure to tell me who you want me to do a video on in this game, how to counter on next time. I'm thinking of doing Ragna and just kind of going down the main 4 characters, and then from there just going in an order, maybe Ruby, Blazblue, Persona, UNEL, since that's how it's laid out. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure this out. I do know that next, though, I am going to do one on Ragna. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Be sure to comment who I should do next, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
You scared?